Hello everybody, this is Baka Zombie and welcome back to another Pokemon VGC video here in Pokemon Champions. This week we're going to be using a team that might look familiar to some of you who have been around the channel and watch regularly. This is a team that we used in our Noise League match from this past week against Shingenoni and the Tokyo Snow Warning. We unfortunately didn't really get to use this team very much due to unforeseen circumstances, so I wanted to use it in the actual video so we can show off all that it can do. I did actually go from the rank reset of Season 2 all the way back to Master Ball with this team specifically, so it does work. It's just a matter of allowing it to do so. So I'm just going to go over the team quickly for those of you who didn't watch that video. This team has both Tailwind and Trick Room options, with a little bit of a fun sound-based mechanic within it. So to start off, we have two Megas here. That's a typical strat that's kind of starting to build back up again once again in the current meta. Just two different options, so that you aren't stuck with only using one. Our first Mega is Mega Chimecho, who isn't used a ton, but it's seen a little bit of popularity. Our set is Protect, Boom Burst, Flash Cannon, Trick Room. This does leave us without having the Psychic Stab, but I haven't missed it that much. In all honesty, I haven't brought Mega Chimecho a lot, so I'm going to see if we're able to bring him in today's video. Because I do end up bringing Mega Venusaur a lot more. Mega Venusaur is just so fat, it's so hard to kill it. And even to the point where I don't run Protect on my Mega Venusaur. I have Sludge Bomb, Sleep Powder, Giga Drain, and Earth Power. It's helped that my Mega Venusaur lands. It's landed probably 9 out of 10 Sleep Powders. It's pretty damn accurate with this Venusaur. Now, of course, it's going to miss every single one in this video, but so far, I haven't missed Protect. There's been maybe once or twice where I thought about it'd be nice if I had it, but having that Earth Power stab is really good when you end up in a 1v1 scenario at the end game. And your Venusaur can suddenly just do a ton of power to something that they thought could just wall it. Especially things like Archulodon and stuff. So those are our two Megas. Now, I talked about it being sound-based. We did mention Boom Burst on Mega Chimecho. Boom Burst is a pretty strong move, and it's been seen with, paired up with, Sylveon, where Sylveon copycats Boom Burst, so then it has Pixelates Boom Burst. I wanted to use that in this team, but we ended up not doing that. But Mega Chimecho can sit next to Kamou and Boom Burst because Kamou has Soundproof. This Kamou isn't one that I typically run. I actually got this one from a team that Aaron Cybertron Zhang was featuring. That was also with a Mega Chimecho. This Kamou has Protect, Draco Meteor, Clanging Scales, and Aura Sphere. Now, typically, I'd run, it'd probably have the Clanger Soul to boost all of its stats, or something like Flash Cannon, so it could still have Fairy types. But with the Dragon Fang, both Draco Meteor and Clanging Scales do a ton of damage. So we just want to be able make sure that we get Kamou in a position where it's able to use that effectively. There's a lot less fairies currently, just because there's a lot less mons in this game, but there is still Sylveon Mega Guard, Normal Guard, Primarina you have to worry about, but once you remove them, Kamou can kind of just wreck house. Now, another mon that can sit next to Chimecho and not get Boom Bursted is Typhlosion, but Hisuian Typhlosion at that. But typically, Hisuian Typhlosion is going to be paired up with Whimsicott, who is there to set up Tailwind and Helping Hand to help Typhlosion have really fast, hard-hitting eruptions. This isn't your normal Choice Scarf Typhlosion. This one is Charcoal, with also carrying Flamethrower and Shadow Ball, and also has Protect. And then our last mod, another sound-based idea, which Kamou is immune to, by the way, is Politoed with Parasong. If you get into an endgame position where you have Kamou and Politoed, you can Parasong. Your Kamou is now immune to that, and if you are able to stall out until the end of the game, everybody faints but Kamou, and then you end up winning. So this Politoed also has Weather Ball for its water-type stab, or if you're in a different weather, it's going to be that kind of move, which isn't as good, but Weather Ball, Helping Hand, and Encore. Encore isn't as useful in this Politoed just because it's so slow. You have to predict a good Encore turn, but it is there. to hopefully get a couple of cheeky lock-ins. I could probably run Protect over Encore, but this is our team that we're currently running. These are the stats if you're curious. Otherwise, if you want to try the team out for yourself, the code is at the top of the screen currently and will also be in the description below. With that being said, let's get into some battles. Our first matchup is into a Whimsicott, Charizard, Garchomp, well, Basculegion is there, but I meant King Gambit first, and then Sylveon. So Sylveon will be the issue for Komodo and the Whimsicott, obviously. But I think a late game Komodo will be really good. We'll have Aura Sphere for that King Gambit, and then Clanging Scales will do a ton of damage to everything else. Can we bring Chimecho is the question on everybody's mind. The problem with having both Chimecho and Mega Venusaur is that Mega Venusaur covers the fairy types that Chimecho usually would. We are immune to Earthquake, but there is a King Gambit and a Charizard. So I think we have to do the Venusaur version of the team here. I think that is the case. And I believe Basculegion outspeeds Typhlosion. So I don't necessarily want to. I think we have to, though. I think we have to go Whimsicott, Typhlosion, Komodo, Venusaur in the back. Let's do that. The problem with the Hisuian Typhlosion as compared to Jotonian Typhlosion is it is, I believe, 10 points slower. It's like 90 or 97. I forget what Hisuian Typhlosion is, but it's slower than Mega Charizard. Whimsicott, Garchomp. Not ideal. This would be a good time to have brought in Chimecho because it's immune to Earthquake. We have Citrus Berry on Garchomp. I didn't see what was on Whimsicott, if I'm going to be honest. Because I could just rip Tailwind Eruption and hope this is like Adamant Chomp. Because I can't really switch, right? I guess what I could do, actually, I'm going to Moonblast the Garchomp and Protect on Typhlosion. So we're going to see Tailwind. Yep. Now, I do have to worry about either Encore or Taunt from this Whimsicott next turn. It's going to be Rock Slide from the Garchomp, though, not Earthquake. Not wanting to hit his own Whimsicott, fair enough. As long as he doesn't flinch me here. Okay, we get a Moonblast off, which is nice. Does a ton of damage to the Garchomp, not quite enough to KO it, though. And then it's going to eat a Citrus Berry. Alright. Now, I'm going to try something here. I'm going to tell you, when he saw me trying to protect my Typhlosion, so I wonder if he might not have Iron Head. I'm going to go for it. I'm just going to go for it. We'll see if it works. Okay, we get the Encore into the Protect. Yeah, it was either Encore or Taunt here. I do get the double Protect, though, which is wild. And I get my Tailwind up. I do, in fact, do all of those things. Rock Slide happens. Into my Typhlosion's Protect. And Whimsicott takes another Rock Slide. Now, I believe Whimsicott outspeeds, but Whimsicott's going to get Encored. But I should be able to Speed Tie with their Whimsicott. So I'm going to try and taunt their Whimsicott, and I'm going to switch into Komodo, because they've only been Rock Sliding. So Komodo's going to resist that. Their Whimsicott outsped mine. I am max speed timid, so it was a speed tie. They've just been winning every single speed tie, apparently, which is really cool and fun for me. Whimsicott lives. I kind of wish Whimsicott would have fainted there, because I could have brought in Venusaur. They've been looking real cute. I don't know. Let's see. I kind of want Whimsicott to just faint, so I'm going to Tailwind here, and I'm going to switch Chimecho for Venusaur, expecting a Dragon Claw into that spot. So I can't really protect again, because that Whimsicott's still there. Yeah, this is just really a really hard lead for our lead to have worked around. If I would have went Venusaur, Whimsicott, we would have been in a good position. Yep. Okay, yeah, that's why I wanted to bring in Venusaur, because of the Moonblast, not the Dragon Claw. Garchomp went for another Rock Slide. Who would he miss? Whimsicott, you need to die, man. You can't be living all this. Okay, we are now technically faster. But they're just going to, they're just going to Tailwind this turn. I could have Sludge Bombed the Whimsicott, but I wasn't paying attention when the items popped, so I don't know if it was a focus action or not. I'd rather get rid of Garchomp. Because yes, Whimsicott's threatening our Chimecho, but Garchomp is a little more threatening currently. So they're going to Tailwind. Rock Slide goes off. My Whimsicott finally faints. I kind of wished it didn't this time, because next turn we wouldn't have been encored anymore, so we could have maybe done something there. Venusaur gets the Giga Drain off and kills the Garchomp. Perfect. So now we'll be in a pretty good position to bring in Typhlosion now. My Tailwind is gone, but it doesn't really matter. You know what? I'm going to bring in Chimecho, actually. I'm going to bait the Moonblast. Because once we get rid of Whimsicott, our Chimecho is going to be looking pretty nice. Charizard's going to come in. We protect Chimecho, Sludge Bomb the Whimsicott. Either it's not sashed, which I highly doubt, or we get the poison. Those are our two good times. So we should live one Heat Wave. Maybe not a Weather Ball. We are Thick Fat, so it is neutral damage to Venusaur. There's the Drought. Get the Protect off with Chimecho. We got Moonblast into Chimecho. Charizard goes for Heat Wave. Miss. Nope. Live, though. Oh, yeah. We eat that. We eat that. We get burned, though. We get burned, though. Sludge Bomb, I need the poison. There's the Sash. Poison, poison, poison. Maybe a poison. Poison, maybe? Maybe a poison. Poison, maybe? Nope. No luck for us. We get burned, but no, they don't get poisoned. Very cool. So we're going to get Encored, so now I need to switch into Typhlosion. And I need... I need Heat Wave to miss. Basically, they're only out here. I don't know that... I don't know that Chimecho would have made that much of a difference. Yes, we would have been immune to Earthquakes. Yeah. Yeah, that's just going to be game. I don't... Because there was the Charizard still at the end of the day, right? I think we just, unfortunately, had a very terrible lead into their team. If we would have went Whimsicott Venusaur like I kind of wanted, we would have been looking fine and free, but... Essentially, I need a Heat Wave miss from the Charizard. That's all I can go for at this point. Miss? Miss? Nope. It only missed Rock Slide when I didn't want it to. It's kind of just how it goes sometimes. So yeah, very unfortunate lead into this game. But we move forward. Yeah, I think Venusaur Whimsicott would have been our best lead. Because Venusaur can kind of just stand up to Garchomp pretty easily. And we could have gotten rid of Whimsicott a lot faster, too. Which Whimsicott was causing problems, because it was just winning the speed ties as well. But yeah, we move forward. Alright, Floette, Sinestcha, Gyarados, Sableye, Sneasler, Incineroar. A lot of fake out possibilities. 2 Megas, but I don't think it's Mega Sableye. I think it's Mega Gyarados, which is interesting, to say the least. I think we have to go Mega Venusaur because of that. Mega Venusaur also kind of walls Sneasler. The Machagacha. It's good into the Floette. Oh, Floette's the Mega. Why am I thinking it's Mega Gyarados? I just, like, blocked Floette out of my mind for some reason. I'm gonna go Whimsicott, Typhlosion, Venu. Then we do we go Kamo? Kamo really doesn't help us here, actually. Outside the Incineroar. But Politoed also kind of covers that. Kamo's not terrible. The only thing it's not going to like is the Floette. But we have Venusaur for that, so. And Typhlosion resists. So let's see. Let's see what the lead. We've got Floette and Sneasler. I like this. I like this a lot. Because all I do here is Tailwind and Eruption. If they want to fake out Whimsicott, fine. Because then I get my Eruption off for free. If they want to go after Typhlosion, I'm going to get my Tailwind off, so then I'm faster anyway. So it's a win-win in general for Hisuian Typhlo here. Alright, we're going to see Mega Floette. Getting some chip damage off early will be good, because then we can Sludge Bomb later. Fairy Aura. No fake out from the Sneasler. So if this thing is White Herb, I think it just dies to Eruption. If it's Focus Sash, it'll live at 1. Okay, Hisuian Typhlosion always lets me down. I always forget that Hisuian Typhlosion sometimes just doesn't do enough. Oh, it's going to Dire Claw the Whimsicott, though. That's actually best case scenario, is to let my Hisuian Typhlosion have as much health as it can. We do fall asleep, which is the worst option. But Calm Mind on Floette is... This was, honestly, kind of a perfect turn here. Outside the falling asleep on the Whimsicott, because now Whimsicott's heckin' useless, but Floette took so much damage that it's just going to die to another Eruption. I guess I Helping Hand. I mean, I can't wake up. I physically can't wake up here, but... Caesar's going to withdraw. That's not going to save you. Sableye's coming in to take an Eruption now. Floette is going to protect. He's going to try and get the Sableye in a position to, like, set up Light Screen, but it's not going to save the Floette, I don't think so. And it gives me an extra turn to get a Helping Hand off, too. Okay, so Sableye's going to take that. So now we're going to see a Light Screen from the Sableye, I assume. That or possibly a Quash. Possibly a Quash. But the Floette shouldn't have a way to take out my Typhlosion, so I'm going to just Flamethrower the Floette. Okay. Disable. Fine. That's another good reason to not go for the Eruption again. Flamethrower. Bleh. That gets the Floette. Our Whimsicott is still asleep. Then they're just going to forfeit. Sometimes, Hisuian Typhlosion's all you need. Unfortunately, I think Cantonian Typhlosion is a little bit stronger in regards to its Eruption power, but Hisuian Typhlosion has both Frisk, which is really nice, and being immune to Fake Out, which is also really good. So you kind of pick and choose your battles in that regard. Next battle has a lot of shinies. Charizard, Whimsicott. I keep wanting to say Basket Legion for, and I keep wanting to say Baxcalibur for King Gambit. It's because it's Bisharp, so I keep thinking of B. But yeah, King Gambit, Basket Legion, Garchomp, Glamora. Whimsicott has just came back with a vengeance, and it's been an issue. I don't know why Whimsicott's coming back so hard. And Aerodactyl's falling off. Aerodactyl's also an issue, to be fair. I really don't want to lead Typhlosion. I don't want to bring Typhlosion at all, actually. Typhlosion isn't great into this team. So I think we go Whimsy, Venu. The only thing that's going to hate is Charizard. I will have Komodo in the back and Politoed. I swear we'll find a game for Chimecho. It's just the problem with Chimecho is that if they have a strong fire type, it'll be an issue. And Venusaur is just generally really good. So more often than not, it's just the answer. They also have Basket Legion, which can last respects kill Chimecho pretty easily. The Psychic typing holds back Chimecho a lot in a lot of these matchups. They have King Gambit as well. So it'd be good against Glamora and even the Garchomp. It's just there's usually a couple of other threats that are a little bit too much for Chimecho. Especially when this team doesn't rely on Trick Room. Maybe we drop Trick Room for Psychic. But Glamora, Whimsicott. This is just fine by me. A Venusaur and Whimsicott of our own. We try to taunt their Whimsicott instead of going for Tailwind. Yeah, because if we lose the Tailwind fight, we are slower anyway. So I'm going to attempt the taunt, and then I'm going to Sludge Bomb their Whimsicott. If I can just remove that thing, if we don't win the taunt fight or the speed tie here to get the taunt off, then we do a ton of damage to it and threaten it so that if it wants to go for Encore the next turn, then whatever, man. Okay, we get the taunt off, so now we could Tailwind if we really wanted to. I assume their Glamora is going to like Sludge Bomb into my Whimsicott. Yep, we're just Sludge Bombing the Whimsicotts. If you get the poison, I don't, I'm gonna be pissed. He crit me, that's fine. That was going to do that much damage anyway. Hold on with a Focus Sash. No poison. Sludge Bomb. And they don't have Focus Sash, so we just get rid of their Whimsicott. Perfect. Venusaur. Charizard probably comes in here. I keep thinking it's Mega Glamora, but they have a Charizard, so it's definitely Mega Charizard. It's definitely Mega Zard. I wonder if the Glamora has Focus Sash to guarantee 2 layers of Toxic Spikes. It is the Charizard coming in. It is, in fact, the Charizard coming in. We do have Polly in the back. I'm going to bring it in here. Oh, wait, no, I'm not. I'm not. That'd be dumb. I'm going to Tailwind. Yeah, I'm going to Tailwind. And Earth Power. The Glamora. There's the Charizard Y, so now we can bring in Politoed. Politoed. And we'll have Tailwind up, which should allow Politoed to outspeed Charizard. There's Tailwind. So we'll see if Glamora has Focus Sash. It does. It does. So get 1 level of Toxic Spikes up, which is fine. Just little baby poison. Oh, wow, it doesn't have Toxic Debris. What is Glamora's other ability? That did a lot of damage. I don't know if we live the Heat Wave now. Okay, we do. Just barely. Just barely. Whimsicott's going to go down. There is no priority on their side, so I bring in Politoed. Politoed. The Drizzle. So now I can Weather Ball the Zard. And I'll Giga Drain for the 1 HP off the Glamora. He could switch the Zard out, let the Glamora go down. But if that happens, I just Perish Song, I think. Next turn. I wonder what they have in the back. Glamora is the one that withdraws. For Bascu Legion, I Giga Drained off a whim, and it's gonna pay off. That's crazy. That's crazy. You get Giga Drained, dude. Okay, so now I definitely don't Weather Ball here. I actually switched Politoed out for Kamalo. And I'm gonna Giga Drain again. I'm gonna Giga Drain again. Say they protect with the Bascu Legion, that's fine. Yep. Saw that coming from a mile away. Because I want the Glamora to come in and die. Bascu Legion protects. Fine. That's fine. I Giga. I do the big Giga. Alright, now we just Clang. And I'm going to Sludge Bomb Bascu Legion in case Charizard comes in for some reason. Because Venusaur is going to underspeed Komodo. So if we get the Clanging Scales off, it's just going to KO both Pokemon anyway. Read them like a book, and it paid off perfectly. The Giga Drain was not a read. The Giga Drain was just me wanting the piddly 1 HP on my Venusaur. That play was just purely me being a bit silly. Spiky Shield from the Glamora, that's fine. This is fine, because now I Clang. And Bascu Legion goes down. Honestly, they didn't need Bascu Legion at that point. It wasn't going to do anything anyway. Sludge Bomb into the Spiky Shield. What is Glamora's other ability? Because this one doesn't have Toxic Debris for some reason. And I know it's Mega gets adaptability. I don't think Glamora itself gets... Maybe Glamora itself also gets adaptability. Is that the case? Well, I stay in here and Clang. And Venusaur switches for Politoed. I wonder what Zar's other move is. Because sometimes these things are cheeky and run Hurricane. I think for the most part they run Air Slash. Here's a Sludge Bomb into Komodo. Take one. It's Solar Beam Zard. So now he's Solar Beaming my Politoed spot, I can only assume. But you're taking a Clang. And now I can Draco Meteor you next turn. Actually, no, I can just Clanging Scales again. Because it's single target now, so that should just KO anyway. Oh. Battle ended due to forfeit. I don't know why you'd ever Solar Beam there. Because if I bring in Politoed, that means I'm hitting... You're taking 2 turns to charge no matter what, right? Either you're hitting a Venusaur, which is going to resist the hell out of it, or Politoed's just going to stop it. So I think that might have been just a moment of not realizing that, clicking Solar Beam. They called the Politoed, but didn't think about that it turned into a charge move. So yeah, we end up taking that victory. Let's see if we can get Chimecho out. I want to get Chimecho out at least once. Well... It's just the same teams over and over again, man. We have Charizard, Whimsicott, Farigiraf, Sneasler, Garchomp, Floette. So in all honesty, I could bring Chimecho. Is Venusaur a better option? Yes. But Chimecho also walls the Farigiraf. I could bring normal Venusaur too. That isn't not an option. I go Chimecho, Venusaur. I need Politoed again for the Charizard. And then Whimsy. Do I need Hisuian Typhlow? I almost want to go Venusaur, Chimecho. Is that crazy? Venusaur, Chimecho, Politoed. Kamo? Do I need Kamo? Typhlow. I'm gonna bring Kamo. This is a very weird team, but I'm kind of trying to force the Chimecho. Not that Chimecho's bad here, by any means. But it is a little bit forced, because we could have just went Whimsicott Venusaur instead. But I'm just going for Trick Room instead of Tailwind here, essentially, is what's happening. Essentially what's happening here. Okay, Farigiraf, Garchomp. I don't love that I have Venusaur out here, but Chimecho's in a pretty good spot. Venu. What do I do about you, buddy? I really don't want to sacrifice my Politoed this early. I'm going to Sleep Powder into the Farigiraf. And then Chimecho is going to Mega Evolve Trick Room. Because the Garchomp can't hit Chimecho. I don't know if they know that Mega Chimecho has Levitate, much less normal Chimecho. Because you never see it. Yes, I say Chimecho, not Chimecho. Stomping Tantrum into the Venusaur, though. That's fine. Take one. Get the Sleep Powder off on the Farigiraf. So I don't know if it was trying to Trick Room to stop my Trick Room, or if it was trying to maybe Psychic into my Venusaur. But I get the Trick Room off. So now we're going to be going faster than the Garchomp. I'm just going to Giga Drain into Chomp and Flash Cannon it as well. We are just kind of leaving the Farigiraf alone. It does have to sleep this. No, wait. It took a turn of sleep already. Okay, well, Garchomp's switching out. For whom? Whimsicott. Alright, Whimsicott should still faint, I think. We get the Flash Cannon off, which should do it. Yep, Whimsicott's gonna faint. Alright. We take that, we take that. Holds on with Focus Sash. Another turn of sleep from the Farigiraf, which is perfect. And then we get the Giga Drain. Just KO. Honestly, Venusaur is just kind of here. I'm gonna be honest with you. Alright. I do want to go in, attack into the Farigiraf this turn. It doesn't look like he's going for Trick Room, though. It looks like he's going for Psychic. Which is fine. If we can just get rid of Chimecho's threats, we'll be looking good. The Garchomp, I'm not worried about the Garchomp into the Chimecho. So I'm going to double into this Farigiraf here. I don't think we kill. Farigiraf is... Oh, and the Garchomp protects, so... If this Farigiraf stays asleep another turn, that'd be perfect. Flash Cannon. Flop. Ugh. Farigiraf did wake up, so Psychic in the Venu. Yep. That's going to kill me. That's going to kill me dead. We at least called the Farigiraf Psychic here, which is good. But now I can bring in Kamo, and we could just Clang. We can, in fact, just Clang here. Alright. The Farigiraf should underspeed us, unfortunately. But I think we live one Psychic. I hope we live one Psychic. And then I'm going to... I could have Boom Burst, I guess. In case the Garchomp is Focus Sash. I could have Boom Burst. Garchomp's going to withdraw, though. For Charizard. I really wish I would have Boom Burst then. Flash Cannon into the Farigiraf. Lives on 3. Gets its Citrus Berry. What did Farigiraf go for here? It did go for Psychic into Kamo. We do live, though. And Clanging Scales. It's going to KO the Farigiraf. Farigiraf goes down. Charizard takes a ton of damage coming into that, too, which is nice. So now we have to play the chess game of getting Kamo safely out and to get Trick Room up again. Because I think Trick Room... Oh, we might have one turn of Trick Room here. Hold on. We might be fine. This is the last turn of Trick Room. So we just Clang here. We Clang, and we Boom. We go Boom. Clang and Boom. It's the duo. The Clang Boom duo, dude. I guess another play into our sound mechanic is the Clanging Scales, but technically. Okay, double protect, fair enough. Now we do have to do the dance here. So Kamo is immune to Boom Burst. We're fine with this. But yeah, Clanging Scales is also a sound-based move. It just doesn't affect our side of the field, so it doesn't really matter. And we clang. But now we need to keep some Komoa safe. So what I do here is I double protect now. And I need this Charizard to Mega Evolve here. I haven't shown Protect yet on Chimecho, so I'm hoping they think I just don't have it. But I also haven't shown my fourth move. And also, I think they think I would have brought out Politoed that turn, so they might feel safe Mega Evolving their Charizard. I'm hoping they do. Because I need them to Mega Evolve Charizard here. For this strat to work. There it is. There it is. That's what I needed. Now we just double protect. Chime, chime. Dragon Claw from Garchomp. I'm surprised they didn't go for the Earthquake. Ooh, Weather Ball. Ooh, Weather Ball. Hold on. Komoa, switch for Poly. Chimecho, Trick Room. We should be G to the G on that. Frog the Jam comes in, sets up the rain. Dragon Claw into Politoed. We take that. We actually don't even drop to our Citrus. Weather Ball. Still gonna hurt, but it won't KO us here. Yeah. Trick Room. Time. Alright. Perfect, dude. Because now Politoed. I could expect the Protect from the Charizard, so I'm going to Perish Song. And then Chimecho is going to Flash Cannon into Garchomp. So no matter what, my Komoa is going to underspeed the two of them. So... Yep, Charizard protects. That's why I wanted to Perish Song. Just kind of sets the timer. Flash Cannon into the Garchomp. Breaks any Sash, which brings it under 50. Here's the Perish Song. Wah, wah. I can also Encore the Charizard next turn if I really wanted to, but I could also just kill it. So, Rock Slide from Garchomp. Politoed avoids. Chimecho's going to eat that. Here's the Perish count. It's weird that some... I was going to say, it's weird that some like quality of life things made it so that everything goes at the same time. But I guess you want all of the Perish Song counts to show, because each mon's going to have a different count sometimes. Or different mons could have different counts. So you want to make sure that everybody, each of their counts is shown so that people are aware of it. But yeah, I just Weather Ball Flash Cannon here, and this should be game. The Perish Song was just kind of a little cherry on top. Let them know, hey, you ain't getting out of this alive. Weather Ball, KO Charizard. Cool, we didn't even need the Komoa, but we did put ourselves in a position where if Politoed got doubled up on for some reason, then we could have brought Komoa in and Clanging Scales and just KO'd both mons as well. So I think that's a pretty effective showcase here. We got 3 good battles. We got to show off the Hisuian Typhlosion part of this team. We got to show off the Mega Venusaur part of this team, and we got to show off the Mega Chimecho part of this team, and we got to show off how this team can do really bad if we get a really bad lead. And we got back to Master Ball rank too. So, thank you guys so much for joining us today. Again, if you want to try the team out for yourself, the code is in the description below. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next time. Have a good night, everybody.